Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Hemant Kumar Kasagod. I'm a Senior Director, Department of Minimal Access, GI, Bariatric, Robotic and Metabolic Surgery. I'm here to present a very interesting case today. We have a very young boy with us who had an accidental ingestion of alkaline substance, and that has led to a stricture in the esophagus and also slight changes in the stomach. The patient has come to us on an emergency basis for the management. So we are going to operate him today in a very interesting scenario. It's a case quite interesting and yet medically challenging for us. So let's hope for the best, and we hope to do a good job to give excellent results for this boy. See you soon in the theatre. This is our OT main block. So the anesthesia has all been given and the OT has started. We are going the first part of the surgery where we are doing the thoracotomy, and we are mobilizing the esophagus and removing the stent first, and we'll repair the tracheoesophageal fistula and then we'll proceed. As we enter, the OT started, so I'll maintain the silence. My team is already operating on the first part of the surgery, then subsequently we'll be joining.
We have mobilized the esophagus, okay, and after mobilizing the esophagus, we found that in the above the esophagus, there was a tracheoesophageal fistula between the lower end of the trachea and the esophagus. So we had divided the esophagus at that end and used the esophageal wall to repair the posterior end of the esophagus. We have repaired it with Vicryl number 1 sutures and 2-0 sutures, and also we had after that we have used the pleural layer to cover that area, and we put a glue over it, Kissel glue.
Hi, we are back again for the second stage of the surgery. We are done with the thoracic part now. Now we'll go for the neck part. From the thoracic part, we have done two things. One, we have removed the esophageal stent. As you can see, this is the esophageal stent which we have removed. And we have used the same esophagus to actually close down the rent which is there in the trachea. Now we'll go to the second part of the surgery where we'll first mobilize the neck and see if we have the adequate length of esophagus for the anastomosis. If we don't have, we change our plan. If we have, we do the abdominal incision. We open up the abdomen and then go ahead with the surgery. We'll see you after the second step.
Here also we have a lot of patients who come with these issues, but he came with a very complicated condition. So that is why we had to run. So phase 1 surgery of his correction of his esophageal fistula has been done. Step 2, we had the elongation of the esophagus for us to create an anastomosis at a later date. Yeah. Step 3 is going to come up ahead. It's a very tricky job. It's not going to be easy because two things. One, your doctor there has already mentioned that stomach is not ideal for a conduit. That is one. Yeah. Second, they have started feeding from the stomach. Yeah. Stomach is usually used as a conduit. Okay. So we use the jejunum for the feeding, so that stomach we can utilize for bringing it up. Yeah. It's going to be tricky, but I'm sure by the time he comes back, we'll be able to do a much better job. Okay? So don't worry about it.
My name is Satish Ramjas, and with me is my nephew. We journeyed from Trinidad and Tobago to meet with Dr. Hemant Kumar, Fortis Hospital, and I would say this experience has been life-changing, has been exceptional. When we initially booked to come to Fortis Hospital. We had no mental expectations on what may happen based on what we were told in Trinidad and Tobago. So it was very worrying, concerning, and stressful trip to reach here. However, I would say upon arrival at Fortis Hospital, upon meeting Dr. Shrifers and then Dr. Hemant the next morning, it has been a comforting experience from start to finish. Every single person we interacted with, from the security, from the helpers, from the administrative staff, and all the doctors and all the medical staff has been kind, compassionate, and loving towards him. And we are eternally grateful to Fortis Hospital, and in particular to Dr. Hemant Kumar and Dr. Rishmi for taking very good care of my nephew. So thank you very much, Fortis Hospital.